Hello.
Hello,
No, that was a long hello.
because I'm so excited that we're back.
Yeah. Hey, ciao.
Welcome back to
Saad and Selina podcast.
No,
It's Selina and Saad podcast.
no.
It's Chai Chat episode.
Yeah, yes.
What episode is this?
You're asking me questions you
7, I think.
asked me before,
I
not
think
four.
it's, yeah, let's say it's 7.
Let's say always we can tell the facts.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah, how
How
are
are
you?
you, Jinx? I'm good. How are you?
Also good, yeah. Everything is a bit busy because exams are coming up in like 4 weeks.
Hmm.
So that's what's going on. But overall, I think it's under control, let's say that.
That's really good.
And how's it for you? Exams are coming up?
No more exams are coming up.
Wow, lucky you.
Yeah, but yeah, I think overall all good. Just work is work. Just trying to enjoy the summer a bit. But I think it's too hot.
Yeah,
How's it for you?
it's true. It's really hard. Yeah, I don't know how to exist anymore. But also, oh God, in uni, in these rooms, it's so hot. There's
Yeah.
no, I mean, I don't want to complain, but there's no, like, even not the air is flowing.
Hmm.
There's nothing. Like, they don't have ACs, right? So it is so hot. And when
What
we
is there,
were
a fan or
writing,
something?
no, there's no fan.
Uh-oh.
There's sometimes a professor's smart two pants, and he
Hmm.
opens then two doors, so it's like
Hmm.
a bit of an air
Yeah.
exchange. But otherwise, we were writing a prep, like a no, not a prep, yeah, like a prep exam
Yeah.
where you can just have the feeling of an exam, but it's not graded.
Yeah.
It was in private law, and I think it was like 300 students in one
Hmm.
small room, and we were sitting all next to each other because it was not like a real exam.
Hmm.
And it was so warm on this day. I think
Yeah.
we
Makes
had
sense.
34 degrees,
Uh-oh.
and in this room it was just so hot. And we like it was private law,
Hmm.
so you have to write a lot, right? You're getting
Yeah.
cases, and then you just write and write and write. And I was just like so warm that I was just trying to get some air with my shirt. Yeah, it was a bit crazy, but yeah. I hope it's getting better when there's some rain coming or something. But yeah,
Yeah.
let's see how it is for the exams. Because also someone after this prep exam complained actually
Hmm.
to the professor and said, "Yeah, how should I write an exam and so on?" And then she talked with us in the next exercise. And she said, "Yeah, unfortunately, it will be the same at the exam, but not so many students in one room. So
That's good.
yeah, hopefully then it's also not so warm. But yeah,
But at least you got some prep,
true.
right?
That's yeah, that's really good.
But yeah, it is really warm. I think it's a bit crazy that I think Germany also now needs to think about air conditioners everywhere.
Yeah, it's not a thing. It's not really a
Yeah.
thing.
But I think some people have it, but apparently they're expensive.
They are expensive. I think you can also get some like smaller ones with
Yeah.
wheels where you can
Yeah.
just put then like a attachment on it, and then the air goes out of the
Yeah.
window, right? So you can also have it in your apartment.
Hmm.
But I'm also not such a big fan of it
Hmm.
because I don't like it when it's so cold, and I always feel like okay, maybe I'm getting sick. Or
Yeah.
then when I go outside, I have this shock. Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
so hot.
That's also not too healthy.
But yeah, a little bit of uh, like just that the air is blowing. That would be nice.
Yeah, I think that would be good. But I think that there was also this news, right, like about the Deutsche Autobahn that also cracked in some places because
Oh,
of the
because it
heat.
was so hot.
Yeah,
That's crazy, actually. Imagine you're just driving there right now,
yeah.
and
I
then
think they had
this
to close it.
happens in front of you.
Yeah, which they had to close some parts of it.
Good that we don't need to use the autobahn that often.
Surely.
And also, yeah, has some good things that you're just having uh the U-Bahn and the tram.
Yeah, the U-Bahn is also like a sauna
Yeah,
sometimes.
that's why you should go with the bike. I'm going with the bike
Yeah,
almost every day to Uni, and it's really so
positive experience.
yeah.
But I
I
think
mean,
it
it's
took.
also hot
Yeah,
because you're sweating when you have
yeah,
a backpack, and also your bag is like a
yeah.
waterfall. But
I think that's a good idea. I also did that when I went to work a few times, but then I just took another shirt.
hmm, okay, yeah,
Mm.
that makes sense.
I mean, if you have a shower at work, then obviously that's perfect, but I don't think that's very common. You can
True.
also stop on the way to the gym or something, but that's also like,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
need to have the time then, right?
exactly.
Yeah, that's a bit. I think just if you really go to the gym and then after that you shower and then you go to work, that might work. But
Yeah,
then the gym should not be that far from work.
yeah, then you're
Otherwise,
sweating.
then you're sweating again.
Then you're sweaty again. But yeah, but speaking of air conditioners, I think when I was studying at home, we also there were actually some classes which were really modern, so they had some sort of,
Hmm.
if I remember correctly, some like at least they felt cold, but most of the classes were also just really old and
They felt cold because of the class.
you know, I think there were these big boy engineering classes and they were just cold and empty. But most of the classes were also like, yeah, just bad.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know, maybe they never upgraded it, these lecture halls.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably in Germany you need to go to a private university
Yeah, probably.
and then they have like everything. They even
Yeah,
have like um switches, like plugs
yeah,
on your seat. Like you don't have this.
that was a
Like
big
when you're
problem.
sitting in a
Yeah,
huge like the Audi Max or something,
yeah,
like a lecture room. You need your laptop or
yeah,
iPad, but you can't charge it.
yeah,
Like, okay, thank you.
yeah. My laptop also is an old one. So when I was at uni, and I remember this one class, I think it was electrotechnology or something, and it always happened in this lecture hall, and there was no plugs, and I was always out of battery.
Yeah,
Then I had to take notes with my pen and page, and that doesn't. Sometimes it works, but sometimes you need the slides and everything.
true.
But yeah, it's a bit foamish.
But how is the feeling now that I'm in my next exam season to not have any exams coming up in the future? I mean, we never know, but
I think it's a good feeling. It's different in the sense that I sometimes think it's just this all my life.
mm,
That you just have 5 days work and then 2 days off, and then 5 days work and then 2 days off. So I think you have to find fun also in those 5 days, because in uni, bless you, it's
thank you.
also like you have these intense phases and then you chill and then intense
Mm-hmm.
phases. But I think at work it's like it's very repetitive. But I think everyone gets used to it after a while.
Yeah. So you finally completely done? You had your graduation ceremony already, or
Yeah,
how was that?
I have the graduation coming up actually, um, this month.
Oh, exciting. That's really exciting.
Yeah, so I didn't know you had to pay for it. Apparently, you have to pay for the
That's
seat. I guess it also makes sense because it's a public university.
You have to pay for your own ticket.
No, not your own ticket, but the two people that you bring.
You can just bring two people.
Yeah,
That's very generous of them.
yeah,
How
and
much
yeah, I
is
don't
how
know.
much is a ticket?
I think it's 70 or something. That's a lot.
As a student, how should you afford that? That's
Yeah,
crazy. For what? For what are you paying there?
I don't know. To be honest, we will find out. Maybe there's food. I hope there's food,
Should
and
be a
maybe
lot of food for
yeah, like a
70.
buffet. And then I think they also arrange stuff like photography and stuff. But I think it's quite a lot
Yeah, but
for them.
honestly, 70.
Yeah,
Like, you know what you can do with 70 euros?
for food, yeah, you can do
Not
lots.
just for food, like everything. You can go on a trip somewhere
Yeah,
here.
like a small trip. True.
That's crazy.
And I think it's also like a problem, like then people don't have enough tickets and then they buy it off of people and then people obviously sell it for a lot.
So they can bring more
Yeah,
than
like
two.
3 people or something. I know there's one girl who bought it for, I don't know, close to 90 or something. And I guess it's like for the people who are selling it, I don't know if it's morally right or wrong, but like, yeah, why not? Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if someone needs them or wants them, it's not their fault, right? That
Yeah,
they're just selling two. I would also then probably sell it for more. Why
yeah,
not?
exactly. Like I would, if you can sell it for, you can. make a small profit. I obviously don't exploit people, right? Like, don't sell me
Yeah.
shit. I'm gonna sell it for 300 now. It's like, yeah, okay, good luck.
No, that's too crazy. But
Yeah.
we just had a summer fest at LMU, and
Oh,
people were also like, also the tickets were sold out, and then people also were like, I would pay double the price, or
really?
Can you sell the ticket? They were even asking on the day,
That always
like
happens.
in like 1 minute before the event starts. Does someone sell a ticket? It's like,
Yeah, maybe make up your mind earlier,
yeah.
right?
Like you think that someone is still like, I mean,
Yeah,
you never know, but still, it's like 1 minute before
it's
the event.
unlikely.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah, and if probably they get it, then they get it for like really expensive.
yeah, I guess.
But Vivice, how was the party?
The party, yeah, I'm not a party person, but I was okay. Let's go,
Hmm,
let's try it out. So, because my friends were also going, so I thought,
nice.
let's do it. And I was surprised. It was so nice. Like they have two, let's say like backyards, like
Yeah.
they're big, like between the buildings.
Yeah.
And then you could walk like through the building and get to the other one. And also in the building was like a laser show,
Mhm.
play video games, just dance,
Hmm.
karaoke. That was so fun.
Yeah, of
That's really fun. I mean, the room was really hot,
course.
but it was a lot of fun. And then outside there was a lot of food,
That's nice.
drinks, live music.
Did they have
Um,
like from food from outside?
yeah, they had like really good food actually. At first I
Currywurst.
expected, yeah, something like this. It
Hmm.
just fries and bratwurst, like
Yeah.
the thing. Like it feels like we just have this for
Yeah.
parties. But they had actually Asian food.
Hmm.
I think what else was like falafel
Mhm.
also,
That's
and
nice. Really good.
churros. So like very different
Diverse, yeah.
cuisines. Yeah, it was really nice.
It's really good.
And they also had this one restaurant there which is called Mama Bao. I
Hmm.
think it's also
I think it's also in Munich.
popular in Munich, and it's also right next to LMU actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that was a bit funny. So I thought, yeah, let's try it because it's probably a bit cheaper than if you go to the actual restaurant. And it was really good. Yeah.
Hmm. What did you have?
Corn, chicken.
Food. That was good.
It's really nice.
Speaking of good chicken, I think Anju has really good chicken in Munich. It's
And
close to
tum.
home. But
Mm.
yeah, I think that sounds really cool, especially the food option thing. I think Tom also has big parties like Tunix and Garnix, I think it's called, which is in, I guess
Mm.
it's in Garching. And the summer festivals and stuff, so they're really big.
Have you been?
Yeah, but just briefly, like for an hour or so.
Oh, okay.
I went to one party, like the induction party that day, like the day that I went for the first time to Uni, they had a party, but it was in a club. And I personally
Mm.
I'm not a big fan of clubs. I don't know why, but I think they just booked it for students, but it was still like, yeah, I don't know.
You're not feeling the club vibes.
Not really feeling the club vibes, and outside there's also like the weird people. Every
Yeah.
time we go to these places, there's always like a fight, obviously.
Yeah.
So there was that, but I think the outside festival that I attended, like I think it was Tunix, that was super nice. They also had music and stuff, and they had these big beer wagons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if they had food. Maybe they did.
Probably.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, it's close to, basically it's behind the Messe, like behind the where there's the student food area, and then where Königsplatz is.
Mm.
So that's where
Okay.
it was, I think.
Close to
And
the Mensa. Okay,
Plaza
okay.
Mensa, yeah,
Mensa, yeah.
Mensa, yeah.
Cool. That's
So
auch nice. That's
yeah,
also good.
that was nice. But I never really went, to be honest, also to parties that much.
Yeah, I'm happy I went.
Yeah,
At first I was also like, don't want to go now.
mm,
But then I went, it was super crowded, like
yeah, of course.
crazy. And but yeah, I think the vibe was good. I liked it. It was outside because it's like
Yeah.
so warm, right? So then it's nice. Just you can walk around a bit. You
Hmm.
can sit outside.
But it's also nice that they had like these events. I don't think Tunix had these events like the karaoke thing and the
Yeah, that's
stands and
fun.
stuff. Because yeah, like if you're going there with your friends, that's perfect.
Yeah, and
Just drinking,
yeah,
right?
you just so you don't have this like in a club you need to dance, right?
Yeah,
You have this like, yeah, the music is loud, you can't talk, you
yeah,
need to dance, and they just like I'm not a dancer, just
yeah,
let's I don't know, watch karaoke or
yeah,
just walk around. They also had late lectures, and it's a bit funny. I don't really, I mean, it depends on the topic, right? If people
yeah.
go there, but it's like a summer event. I think you can imagine it was not that crowded. But they also had Kahoot. I don't know if you know Kahoot,
Yeah,
where for everyone who's listening, like a quiz, like an app, not an
yeah.
app, or you
It is an app.
can make a quiz, right? And
Yeah,
then like a whatever question. So this is also fun. You can
yeah,
also make it then like a fun quiz night. So yeah, I like the concept. This was something for everyone.
yeah. And I think they had these like big banners outside LMU also, right?
Yeah,
For it. So I think it was a big event.
yeah, really nice that we both had the experience of attending one of these parties.
Yeah,
We,
definitely. I think I didn't really go that much, to be honest. Like I went, I think just once in my 2.5, 3 years of masters, because I think it's like Oktoberfest. I don't know what your plan is. I think maybe it was nicer, so you might go again. But then I think I just went once and I was like, yeah, that's good. Just
yeah,
like the Oktoberfest, I was like, yeah, I think I've seen enough.
yeah. I mean, I'm also not someone who likes to spend money of going on a party. I mean, it's different when you go at uni. So
Yeah,
it's a bit like, yeah. I also like that I knew already where I'm going. It was not
yeah,
like a new area or something. I know I'm going to uni.
yeah,
So, but yeah, probably if there's something big like this coming up next year or whenever, I probably go again
yeah.
just for the fun and like
Experience.
you, yeah, also that you go with your friends and like just like
Yeah,
oh, and,
definitely.
but yeah, I think if there's like a smaller parties, I'm not so because I think there's a lot of like this partying also going on
Yeah,
overall for students, especially in summer or just meeting at Englisher and like then after that going to a club.
yeah.
I'm not this kind of person.
Warum nicht?
I don't know, it's just not my
You're not your thing.
no.
Yeah, no, I can relate also to that. But yeah, but I think student parties are nicer because you're just around students and usually it's nicer,
Yeah,
right?
and a
Like
bit
there's not
cheaper also.
cheaper, it's not crazy, and there's usually not a lot of fight. I mean, there's always a fight, but not those crazy fights that you see in and around clubs, you know.
You're
So I think
just
it's nicer.
talking about fights. Did you experience a fight at TUM?
No, I think I didn't experience like a physical fight. I definitely experienced like verbal shouting contests. But it's the same thing when Oktoberfest happens in Munich. It's like everyone's a bit crazy. It's like
Yeah, it's the alcohol.
exactly like
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's the alcohol, but it's also, to be honest, I also feel like people who, if it's if it's the first time, then it's like, yeah, okay, sorry, it's fine. But like it's also the people themselves, right? Like the alcohol just brings out that part of them,
Yeah, it's true.
right? Like we also had these football matches here, right? And it's
Yeah,
a bit, and when you go to the U-Bahn, then you're always dreading coming back from work or whenever it's happening, you're using the U-Bahn, you're just always dreading that, oh, damn it, I have to use U-Bahn with, you know,
true.
these
Yeah.
extremely drunk people, right? Like just gone,
Yeah.
not just like a little bit tipsy and making jokes, but just gone. And to that point, it's also a bit dangerous. Like people are throwing bottles and stuff, and it's like, yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, these times are a bit crazy, like this football matches or like bigger events, like the Oktoberfest, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Oktoberfest, like you should avoid the U-Bahn as the worst place.
Especially close to the Oktoberfest, like
So crazy.
whenever I went, there's just like people passed out on the station,
Mm-hmm.
just lying there like they're dead, and it's a bit crazy to see. Just like these ambulance people, like paramedics, just trying to help,
Yeah.
and these ambulances going, and it's a bit crazy. Like I think Oktoberfest is a nice event and everything, but there's always the ugly side to it.
Yeah, but I think also students are also known for drinking, or maybe German students,
Mm.
like they can drink a lot and they also do. Like I heard from one of my friends, her sister, she's studying medicine, and there's like a festival once a year where every med student is
Mhm.
meeting, right? Like with music and stuff,
Yeah.
like an actual festival. So
Mm-hmm.
you go somewhere with camping and stuff,
Hmm.
and they like drinking almost till death, and then they do themselves, like they give themselves injections
It's
with
good.
stuff so they can drink more,
It's good.
and then also like give themselves something, so and then they do like games, right? Who
Yeah.
can walk longer straight, or and then there's always one who needs to take care that the needle is fresh and stuff, because the others are so completely out.
But is it in Munich?
No, it's
Ah, okay.
somewhere, I don't
Okay.
know, you need to
It's crazy. You need
like
to find this
somewhere
out and go
in
there.
Germany. It's so crazy
Yeah,
though,
it's
like
crazy.
students just drink.
Yeah, I think it's also a thing. I never really imagined this, the topic around drinking. Once I went to class and students were drinking in class, and that was like, oh,
Really?
yeah, people do that. Like students also do that.
That's okay, I haven't
Uh,
seen that.
yeah,
I hear always this when they open like a monster. It's just
yeah,
that huge,
yeah,
and then they just inhale the monster, and I whoa,
yeah. No,
okay.
there's been classes where I've been at multiple times where people have just been drinking, and I guess it's thing because when I remember when I came to TUM, they also give you like a small beer
Oh
as
yeah,
a
like a
bag.
goodie bag. I
Exactly.
also got a goodie
Yeah.
bag. It had actually a beer and two schnapps. Like
Yeah,
so,
something
like
like that.
you're really going for it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's cute with the bags, but I don't really
Definitely, yeah.
need the alcohol, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's not really necessary.
I think for some people they're just like, yeah. But I think it's also, I don't know what your opinion is, but these things that you're talking about, I mean, anyone can do whatever they want, right? Like it's your life, go ahead. But just from an outsider perspective, it also feels like people also have to do it, right? Like when you're a student, then you're just like everyone else is around, oh, you're not going to the party, and then you're like, yeah, even if I don't like it, I hate it, I'll still do it because the herd is doing it, everyone else is doing it.
Yeah,
So
the
then you have to
pressure
fit
is
in.
on.
I think when you're in your masters, I hope, or I think it's a bit less. You're just not just following people, but I don't know.
But did you feel the pressure in your bachelor's, even if it was in Pakistan?
No, actually, I felt not that much pressure, to be honest. I mean, the university that I went to, like LUMS, it's known for being like a very party type sort of university. So there were a lot of parties there as well.
At
But
Lums,
yeah, yeah,
in
big time.
Lahore,
Oh yeah, big time.
but without alcohol.
Sometimes with alcohol, but like
Where are they
not.
getting the alcohol from?
I don't know, to be honest. But I think you can find some alcohol, but it's not legal. That
Mm-hmm.
obviously, but they were doing, but there was still some big parties. But I don't think I ever felt the push to be like I need to go because I think maybe my immediate friends weren't into it that much.
Yeah,
But in masters, I did try that because I think I came with the idea that maybe I'd try it a bit. Yeah, that maybe this is something that you know can be done. But then I've quickly realized it wasn't really my thing.
yeah, I get that. Just for everyone who's listening, we have a little guest today in our podcast studio, and it's actually my dog, my family dog. He's 15 years old, and for whatever reason, he thinks the microphones are something to eat. So
Oh,
that's
cute.
why he's a bit curious.
Oh, who
So
cute.
we're just apologizing for some interesting noises or interruptions. But I think now he's good. Sorry for interrupting you.
No worries.
But yeah, it's fun to hear it. I didn't expect that LUMS is a party university.
Yeah, I think it's a big. I think it's a really good university that in the sense that there's really smart people who work really hard, but there's also for young people who are in this culture of partying, there's also that.
And which type are you?
I'm probably the one in the middle.
In the middle.
Yeah,
So sometimes partying and sometimes studying.
not really partying. I think more, at least at Lums, I think it was more on the scale towards studying
Hmm.
rather than partying, which I don't regret, to be honest. I think, yeah, there's also some
Yeah.
interesting people at the parties, which to be honest, I was like, I don't probably want to interact with that much,
Yeah.
which I
Uh,
think is fine.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, yeah, I think you should still enjoy your
Yeah,
only time, go to party, something
definitely.
like especially like a summer event or something. But from my perspective, you don't need to party every weekend. You don't need to go to every event, like
Yeah,
to every club, whatever. I think
yeah.
it's fine if you also just say, no, not today.
No, agreed. I think this is what we also try to advocate on this podcast, right? Like, it should be your decision,
Yeah.
basically, right? Like, if you're the kind of person who wants to party a lot, go ahead.
Yeah,
Why not? Right?
definitely.
Like, go for it.
Please
Yeah.
party.
Shoot your shot, whatever you want to do, go ahead, have fun. But if you're also the kind of person who doesn't want to do it, go to one, try it. If it's not for you, then you can also just be like, yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's fine.
And your true friends, they will understand.
Yeah, they should.
They will not be like, oh, you're so boring,
Yeah,
so lame, you're never coming. No, they appreciate you coming once
yeah.
and they're just happy. Like,
And then
it's
they
still
respect
good
it,
with you.
right? Like they respect that, yeah, like if you don't want to go, then you don't want to go.
Yeah.
And I know it's not easy when, especially young and you're in your bachelor's, that everyone's saying you should do it. But I think, at least in my experience, I realized that you're more happy when you do things which are more in line with your inner self, like your values and stuff,
Yeah.
which you develop over years. But yeah, in summary, what I think I'm trying to say is try it, and if it's for you, go for it. But if it's not, then also it's fine. You're
Yeah.
There's plenty of people in university which don't go to parties and they're fine.
Yeah. I think that's a good advice. Just try it out,
Yeah,
live your life, but also think a little bit about university and
yeah,
that you're doing it for your bachelor to get your degree.
exactly. Remember what you're doing it for.
Yeah, but if you're good, then you can um like party and study and still feeling good about it and
Yeah,
you're enjoying it, then do it. And if you're just like, yeah, I don't like parties, but sometimes my friends gave me the feeling I have to, just don't worry.
yeah, exactly. It's
Just
like,
do what you want to do and you will find the people who are
yeah,
fit.
yeah, and it might take a while, but exactly like you said, you will find the people. And if you're an introvert, then even then you'll be okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine.
I think we should talk in the next episode a bit about like how it is with friendships at
Yeah,
university because I've also my first semester was like feeling lonely,
yeah.
like how you can
Hmm.
maybe make the first move or like just some tips you might have.
Good.
It would be too
Yeah, it
good.
would be great to hear your experience as well. Let's do that.
Very exciting. So that was it for today.
Yeah,
It was so nice talking to you.
likewise.
And I hope you liked the podcast. Let us know on Spotify or on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Hmm.
What do you think about the podcast? We are happy to
See you
talk to
again.
you in the next one.
Yeah. Ciao.
Bye bye. Tschüss.